Hey all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to reviewing the Mountain View Observatory. It's from the Bricklink Designer Program. It is set number 910027 and it's 3,879 pieces. Now I will say this is a giant build. It took probably the better part of the week for me to build this. There's a story down here, the second story, third story, and then the actual telescope is at the top. And I think I'll start at the top because this, I think, is one of the neat things. This part does rotate. There's like a cover here, so if it's like raining or whatever and they need to cover it, it will close. You got to do it manually by your hand. The actual telescope itself, on the back here, there's two buttons. One's a light, and I'll show you that in a second. And the second one, spinning this will actually raise and lower the telescope. See it right here as I spin it. And if I hit the light in the back, it lights up on the inside, which is pretty neat. Okay, and working our way down, here's the third story. It's pretty sparse in here, but you can see there's a stairway up from the second floor and one up into the telescope itself. And right here is where the telescope sits, so it can spin around on here. But there's all this neat tiling work done up here, a door to get in there and stuff. Or to get out here, I guess, because there's no way up here. If you come around to the front here, there's a little telescope for you to see and some binoculars, I guess, for like looking at the moon or whatever. There's a little antenna, some more binoculars back here, and then a flag here. If you come around the sides, you can see there's all kinds of work done up here. I like this work that they did. It's pretty neat use for what normally is on like the front of cars and stuff for bumpers. Okay, the second floor, you see there's like a 2015 tile here. This is a sticker. All these are stickers on here. These parts in here, these are actually printed tiles though. But if you look in here, there's like a astronaut uniform, a display case that has some stuff in there. There's like a figure and stuff. Little mini builds of like a robot that would be on Mars or something, like a space shuttle, which I'm breaking. Here's a desk. See, there's all kinds of little things going on. Coffee. Jeez, I'm breaking everything. Coffee maker, some pops or sodas or whatever you call them. A water can, so you can get water, and then a vending machine. Then right here, all my parts fell off, but these were periodicals that were sitting on the shelf. If you look outside, there's not much to see on the back in general on either floor, but the two sides, this one, the second floor in general doesn't have much, but this side has a little bit more that's like sitting on a rock. The actual front has this nice big sign that says Mountain View Observatory. And then a sign here, it says, you know, the time it opens and stuff. On the other side, this one was pretty big, and I think this took a couple bags to build all this, but there's like a tree here. And this is a modular, so you can't take this off. And it's kind of tricky to get on to line it up so you don't knock all the stuff off. But let's look at the first floor now. Okay, and finally this is the first floor of it. I really love this tree. And how there's a pathway walking up through here to get in there. This is where the door would be normally for the second floor. But if you're on the second floor, there were steps coming down to get in here into the basement where like all the actual work happens. You can see they have some pizza and some drawers and stuff, but the main work area, this was really neat to build. I hate that it's all stickers, but I'm okay with it because there's so much detail in there. There's like a thing where people were doing some work on it, all these cool looking lights that are here. Some tiles, I guess. Printed tiles. Then in here is kind of like the data center room for them. And it's kind of locked down and everything, but yeah, I love how this turned out though. Guess the only thing left is to place it in the city. Okay, so when I originally bought this, I intended to have this all the way over here in the corner because my idea was going to be, hey, it can sit here overlooking the beach. And I think that would be pretty freaking awesome. I was going to have this be a parking lot, have that there. And I was going to have a little building there. That was going to be the Lego modular, but they canceled that order. The Lego modular Lego building, I should say. And this would be sitting higher than it, so it wouldn't matter. Then we happened to start buying all these sets and started adding and creating the sit complex, which has gotten quite tall. So even if it's, up here now or whatever, I still have another 3 stories I want to add on top of that. And I don't think that's going to work anymore. I would love to have it there, but it's not going to work. And the other big problem is, if you see here, this is about the size of a normal base plate. If I push it all the way over, I don't want to because of this cable, but I plan on pushing it all the way over. If it hung over this side, that's fine because there's a little gap here, but it also hangs over this side. So if I put another modular building here, it's not going to actually fit unless I break this tree apart. And I kind of like how this looks. So my other idea is, if I take this, maybe I'll put it right here on this side. Because my thinking is, if I set it here, the farm is there, the lighthouse is there. I have it right here with basically a free base plate on both sides so it can leach over a little bit. I wanted to put like a park in for kids and stuff. Maybe I'll put that here. But the idea being that with this here, the front would be here on the street, which is not really how I wanted it, but it would be overlooking the beach or the ocean because, in the ocean, you kind of have to remember that the ocean just kind of extends this way to infinity until it hits another continent or whatever. So it would technically be overlooking the ocean still, just not visually. And then, if you're actually looking at it, I don't think it'll look too bad sitting here. Finally, there we are. I definitely think that looks really awesome there, especially from like an angle like this, where you can kind of see the beach and stuff behind it. I think that's gonna just keep looking amazing. I think I'm gonna figure out some way to keep the light on in the back, so like if I'm at night or whatever, I can have that going and that going, just to have lights and stuff to look around. But yeah, overall my thoughts on the set are, I love it. The price for it, for how long it took me to build it and what it looks like and stuff, I think is amazing and great, and I definitely think it was worth it. So I'm very excited to have that in the city, and I can't wait to build more of these. So all right, well, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.